My name's Chris Smith. I'm the owner of kCross, and kCross was an actual family cattle brand that my great-grandfather Jack Gable registered with the state of Arizona in 1950. He was a longtime businessman and rancher, and that brand was then passed on down through the generations. Ultimately, I inherited that brand, and when I decided to start my own consultancy, I thought, what better name and what better brand to represent what I want to stand for and the legacy that I want to have in my consulting than the actual kCross brand. So I'm a fifth-generation native of Arizona. I grew up in a ranching rodeo family. I still compete in the team roping event in rodeos today. And we started kCross because we love helping organizations really understand what their brand stands for. And it's so important that an organization has a really intentional internal brand strategy. Not just an external brand strategy, but really that internal brand strategy that really helps all of the people inside the organization align with what is the purpose of the organization? What do we want to be known for? And what are our values, and how do we live those values every day? And as they start to gain that clarity in their brand, we start to see that people have more productive teams and that their teams are better able to collaborate with one another. Ultimately, they're able to tell their story in a more impactful way that connects with people to increase and improve culture inside the organization, ultimately to drive more sales. And so the end result is that organizations have a more sustainable culture and more sustainable strategy, and they're able to grow revenues and grow more sales by telling a better story and really living their values.
One of the biggest challenges that we see today in organizations is these organizations really struggle with understanding who should they be serving, right? Who is their target customer? And a lot of times these organizations are trying to serve so many different types of industries or so many different groups of people that it really minimalizes their impact. And as you start to serve those that you should be serving, your profitability increases, the sustainability of the work that you're doing increases. And so that's one of the problems that we can solve for organizations, is really helping them clarify and identify the target customer that they should be serving, and then the brand and the story that needs to be aligned to serve those customers.
So we love to help organizations create what we call the campfire effect. And the campfire effect is really this culture of freedom that allows your people to trust, reflect, and connect with your brand. And as they begin to trust and reflect and connect with your brand, ultimately they become more aligned to who they are as individuals and become more aligned to their purpose, which allows them to better align to the purpose and the organization of the brand and be more productive employees and be more productive in the teams they work in.
Well, if we can show people how their natural talents and who they are, if we can show them how those align to the place where they work and how their purpose in life aligns with the purpose of the organization, you're going to have employees and you're going to have people and teams that are really excited to come to work because they can clearly connect who they are with where they work. And they're going to be excited to serve your customers. They're going to be excited to serve your clients. Most organizations have an incredible story. Not just a story of why they do what they do and how they started, but they also have incredible stories of the impact that they add to their clients' lives, the lives that they changed, and the clients that are really truly are better for having worked with them. And the one thing that we try and share with organizations is your very best story isn't your story. Your best story is the best story of your employees, the best story of your customers. So start sharing that in your organization. Start sharing that in your marketing.
So many times when we're telling our story, we're talking all around the things that are most important. We're talking about what we think they want to hear. We're talking about what we can offer and how we can do it. And what people really want to know is, who are you? Do you believe the same as I believe? And can I trust you?
I want to come and speak so that I inspire and influence people to take action on these concepts that we teach so they can be more sustainable in their lives personally. They can create sustainability in their organizations. So when I come and speak at a conference, I share the principles and the concepts that we use in our consulting to create real sustainable change. I want to create that sustainable change also to the audiences I present to.
So if you are an organization that is really struggling with kind of your internal brand strategy, your identity, what is our purpose? What do we really want to be known for? Who are our target customers, and how do we communicate our story in the most effective way? Or if you're an organization who has teams that are struggling to collaborate with each other, oftentimes we see that teams inside organizations or departments really struggle to collaborate and work well with another. Or if you're struggling with what is our story, and how do we make sure that we're sharing a consistent story across the organization. We'd love to come and do a campfire session with you and help you discover some of the areas of opportunity in those areas.